Hello guys, welcome to a new video. In this video, we're gonna create this beautiful one-page website using HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap. As you can see in this one-page template, we have this header section, this product information, this chip information, and a YouTube video. As you can see, this is an embedded link, and then you have some content, some products and some features of a earphone and some other stuffs and a footer. So we're gonna create this one page template within 1 hour. So I hope you guys stay with me and create this beautiful website. First of all, I have this startup project. As you can see, for startup we have our title, we have bootstrap CDN link. As you can see, bootstrap CDN link, popper link, jQuery link, and a fontasm link, and we also have linked our style.css here. So you can go to the video description, there you will find a link of the startup project. You can download it from my github. So let's start. First of all, we need this section, header section, this background image, and this content, this logo. So I have already downloaded the images. So first of all, in the section, we're gonna give its ID header. We're gonna give it some style, background image, URL, images slash I think it's 100 PNG. Then we have to give it some more style to it. I'm gonna give it height. Gonna give it height of 850 pixel. Width 100%, and background size. Okay, let's see our output now. Now we need to run, so I'm gonna give go live. As you can see, we have our image, and now what we need is these contents, and we can also position our image a little bit on the top left side. So I'm gonna give background position. Okay, background position top. Center. Okay. Now we have completed fixing our background image. Now next move, we need this logo. So I'm gonna go into the section and create a container. Inside container, I'm gonna take a row. Inside row, I'm gonna call LG6. And inside that I want to give my logo, so image slash logo.png. I'm gonna give it some style. I'm gonna give it a height of 100 pixel, 103 pixel, and width of width of 230 pixel maybe. Let's see our output now. As you can see, I want to reduce the width a little bit. I want to give it 210 pixel. Yep, we need some margin from the top now. As you can see, I'm gonna give our row some margin from the top and 25. Sorry, 55. Yep. Now we have some padding from the top. Next, we need this contents, the titles, and some description and a button to so that people can buy. So I'm gonna go and create another column. Call 6. Inside column, we need this solo. So I'm gonna first of all take a div and name it text. Inside text, I'm gonna take h1, Inside it, I'm gonna paste this and give it some class. FW border so that it becomes bold. We have this. We need to change the color also. So I'm gonna give it some color. Style color. Uh, um, Color is hashtag F15048. Let's see, we have the color now. Next we need to increase the size of the font, so I'm gonna give it font size of 100 pixels. Yep, now we have this bit solo. Next we need the wireless section. I'm gonna give h1 again. Inside h1 I'm gonna type in wireless. Next I'm gonna give some class display one text light. Let's set output now. Now we have our wireless. We also need this to be bold. So I'm gonna give it a bold class FW bolder so that it becomes bold. As you can see, now it has become bold. Now we need this description. Would be inside there and paste this in. And as you can see, we have some padding just we have bottom of our wireless. I'm gonna give our p tag a class of mt4. Yep, we need to also change the color, so I'm gonna give text. Yep, now we have the description. Next we need this button. I'm gonna create this button. Five. Next, I'm gonna give it some class of btn and give it some style. I'm gonna give it background color. And give it color of light, so the text color can be white. As you can see, I have this button. We need some padding and border radius. I'm gonna give here px4 so that it takes padding right and 4 padding from right and left, and from top and bottom it takes 2 padding. That's it now. Yeah. I'm gonna increase this one to 5 and give it border radius. I'm gonna give border radius of 5 pixel, not 5 pixel, but pixel. As you can see, we have this button, beautiful button. Now another thing that we have our text here coming from the right side, and there is gap on the left side. So I'm gonna just give this text and class for text, and it will take, as you can see, we have our all the text coming from the right side. So next we need some margin from top. I'm gonna give it this one, star margin top 260 pixel. Yep. As you can see, we have finished creating our header section. Next we need to create this product information section. To create this product information section, I'm gonna close this section of header and create another section with the ID of maybe product, and then let's take some margin from top and bottom. So I'm gonna give plus my5. Then we need this product information. I'm gonna copy this, and we have this 2 column here. This is 1 column for our content and 1 column for our image. I'm gonna first of all need a container. Inside container, I'm gonna take lg6. inside college 6, you wanna take h1 and paste it inside there, and we're gonna give it some style of font size 100 pixel, and the class of font fw builder. Let's check our output now. Oh, it's too large. So, oh, sorry, it's too large as you can see. So I'm gonna remove this font size and give it this class of display one. I need to also display. I need to change it to display 4 as. Yep, now it's looking much better. We have a break for after our product, so I'm gonna give a break. Now it's looking much better as you can see. Okay, next we need this image, so I'm gonna go and take our second column 6 inside this. I'm gonna take image slash h1.png and give it some style. I'm gonna give its height of 732 pixel and width of 752 pixel. Let's check our output now. Yep, now we have this image. We'll also need this content, so I'm gonna take overview, and inside our first column I'm gonna take a h4, paste this inside there, and I'm gonna take this and take a p tag and paste it inside there. As you can see, there's some padding here, so I'm gonna give, not padding actually, it's actually margin, so I'm gonna give here plus my2 3 maybe my3, and take another p tag inside there. Sorry, inside there we need this, copy this and paste here, and I'm gonna give it plus my my not, so I'm gonna give it yep, my4. Let's check our output now. Yeah, as you can see, we have our product information, overview, visiting to text. Now next we need this read more button, so I'm gonna take the button. I can actually copy the button of our header because it's almost similar. So I'm gonna copy this and paste it here, and I just change the text inside the button and we will read more. And let's check our button now. Yep, we have this read more button. We need to give some margin from top this product information, so I'm gonna give our LG's first column style margin top 150 pixel again. Yep, now it's looking much better. As you can see, we have this margin from the top. We can reduce it a little bit. Next we need to change the position of our image. We need to move it to the more top side, so I'm gonna go and inspect this and give it some margin top minus maybe 100 pixel. Move it to the top. Yep, I'm gonna keep it to 125 pixel. Okay, I'm gonna go into my code, and here I'm gonna top 125 pixel, as you can see. So let's check our output now. We need to change this to minus 125 actually. Yeah, now it's looking better, as you can see. If you wish, you can also change the font size of this p so that it can be a little bit smaller like this, but I'm gonna keep it like this. And let's decrease this a little bit. Next we need this Apple W1 chip section, so I'm gonna go and minimize this one and create another section. Setting, give it an ID of Apple Apple, keep it to Apple, and then We need this all text. I'm gonna go and create a container. Insert container, I'm gonna give it div row, and then we're gonna give it call lg6. Insert call lg6. We need this text header, subtitle, and some description and a button. It's looking similar to this section, so I'm gonna go and copy this section. So let's copy this section, as this again, copy this. So we don't need this one. I'm gonna replace this one, this Apple A1 chip, W1 chip, and then we're gonna change overview with custom comfort. I'm gonna change overview with custom comfort, and we need to replace our p tag with this one. Sorry, yep. I'll go and replace this one with our p tag and remove this p tag. Let's check our output now. Yep, as you can see, we have our Apple W1 chip, custom comfort, description, this button, and then we need some margin from top. I'm gonna give it class my5. Okay. Next we need this image, so I'm gonna go and after this column I'm gonna create a column called lg6 and create an image tag. Insert image tag source. I'm gonna define my image source. I'm gonna images and give jpg and give it some style. I'm gonna give height of 455 pixel and width of maybe around 570 pixels. Just about up. Yep. Now we need this one to have some margin from top, so I'm gonna give it some margin from top in this column. I'm gonna give style margin top 80 pixel. It's looking much better. We can create some padding between these two sections. Let's pick up Wi-Fi. Yep, now we have some padding from these two sections. Now let's change it to, I'm gonna give style margin padding top, actually padding top 100 pixel. Yep, it's looking much better. Next we're gonna create this YouTube video section, this music, and this product, and these sections. So to now show this video in our website, I'm gonna go and let's take a video from my channel. And this is a video I have created a responsive website, 5-page multiple pages website. I'm gonna copy this link and go to the URL and search here YouTube video embedded link generator, and in this we're gonna go and click this link. It's from embeddcodegenerator.com. I'm gonna click here and then paste the URL here and generate my code, and also I need to copy the code, so I'm gonna copy it. Then I'm gonna go into my editor and create a section. I'm gonna give the section ID called maybe video and paste it inside here. I'm gonna also change the height, so let's give it pixel and width to 100%. Let's check the output now. Yep, as you can see we have the video. So next we need this section of fill your music, then there is a background image of it and some description and a button. So to create this section, I'm gonna go and declare a section, give it the ID of music, and we need a background picture, so I'm gonna do style background image URL, and the image is images slash f3.png. I'm gonna give it background size cover, and We're also gonna give it some height. So I'm gonna give it a height of 500 pixel and width 100%. Let's check our output now. um let's refresh this. Yep, as you can see, we have the headphone. This headphone. Okay, next we need this all content. So I'm gonna go, and inside our music section I'm gonna take container. Inside container I need a row, and I'm also gonna give it justify content end, so that everything goes at the end of this row. And then we're gonna take a column. I'm gonna give it call lg4. Yep. Inside call lg4, I'm gonna take a div called text2 maybe, and inside that I'm gonna take my first header of fill your music. So I'm gonna go and take a header and give some class fw bolder, as my fill your music part is fully bold. So I'm gonna copy this fill your music and paste it inside here. And we're also gonna give it this one. No, I don't need display 4 actually. Just refresh this one. Yep. I'm gonna give it display 4. Display 4. Let's check the output now. Yep. Let's refresh this. Yep, now it's looking much better. We also need to add some margin from the top. Okay, we will see that later. Next we need this overview. I'm gonna copy this, and inside it I'm gonna take h4, paste it, and give it class of name y3, so that it takes margin from top and bottom. Press this. Yep, as you can see, it has taken some margin from the top. Next we need this description. I'm gonna take p tag inside that. I'm gonna paste this. Yep. And at the last we need this button. We have already have this button here, so I'm gonna copy the button from top. Our button. I'm gonna search for our button. There is a button. Yep, here is the button. I'm gonna copy this button and paste it here. Stuff.p tag and change this text to read more. Let's check our output now. As you can see, we have the output now. There is some margin from the top, so I'm gonna add some margin from the top. I'm gonna give text to div some style, margin top, maybe 120 pixel. Let's refresh. Yep, 120 pixel is too much, so I'm gonna give it 50 pixel. Refresh. Yep, it's looking much better now. And we can also reduce the padding here. As you can see, I'm gonna go into our video and just cut it within the iframe. We have our iframe is here. Iframe starts here and ends here. I'm gonna cut it and delete it all and paste it again. Yep, as you can see, I have this iframe tag. Go and refresh. Yep, now we have tiny little of margin with padding. As you can see, it's not a big issue. Next we need this products. I'm gonna go and create another section for these products. So section step products. Inside product, I'm gonna take a container. Inside container, first of all, let's take a div and name it products header. Inside here we need this available colors. I'm gonna copy this and give it the h1 tag. Inside h1 tag, I'm gonna paste this and give it a class of fw bolder. We're also gonna give our product div class, and we get some margin from top and bottom. So and next we need to find your color. I'm gonna go and give it h4 tag, paste it inside here. Let's check our output now. Yep, as you can see, find your color, available colors. I'm gonna change this to h5 actually. Yep, now it's looking much better. We also need this text to be in center, so I'm gonna go here and give it text center. Let's refresh. Let's move to live server so that we don't have to refresh. Yep. I'm gonna close this, and yeah, yes. Now we have disabled the colors. Find your color. Next we need these three products, so go and create another div and give it class products, um products products content. Inside product content, I'm gonna take a row. Inside row, I'm gonna take all LG10 and give it MX auto so that it takes margin from right and left. And inside here, I'm gonna take a div and give it class of deflex. We're also gonna give it justify content between. Okay, now let's type it. Justify content between. Yep. Next, we're gonna take a div and name it product 1. Inside here, we're gonna take image, and image will be images such product1.png. We're gonna give it a class of image fluid. Next we need the next we need this name and this dollar price. I'm gonna copy this name and paste it inside here. Yep, and use a BR tag here so that it takes a break after bit slow. And next we need the price. I'm gonna give 86 and enter the price. I'm gonna copy this product one div and paste it 2 times and change the div name, class name actually, and also the images 2. Let's give it 3. Also we need to change the name, so I'm gonna copy this and paste it inside here. We need a BR tag, so I'm gonna give it BR. Next we need the price. I'm gonna copy the price and paste it here. Next we need this name. Okay, and paste it here and give it a BR tag. Next we need the price, so give the price. Let's check the output now. As you can see, we have the our 2 images coming, not 1 images not coming up. We have misspelled it. Yep, now we have the images and text. We also need to make position our text center, so I'm gonna go into our code and just here call LG products content. I'm gonna go text center. Yep, now we have everything in center, and it's looking fine. Actually we need some margin from the top, so I'm gonna give it products content MT4 25. Let's give it 25. Yep, now it's looking much better. Next we need this what's in the box section and this here font image, so I'm gonna go into a code and minimize this section and create a new section and give it an ID of ID name will be box. We're gonna give this box a class, not class, I'm gonna just give style of margin top of 120 pixel. Next we're gonna give a container to it. Sorry, container. Inside container, gonna take a row, so that as you can see there is a row and 2 column, 1 column for image and 1 column for the details. So I'm gonna go and create a row, and then we need to call LG6. Inside first column we have our image. I'm gonna give images slash image will be box.png. Yep, box.png, and give it a class of image fluid. It's a bootstrap class for images. Next we're gonna create our second column. Check the output. Let's check out. Yep, as you can see we have our image. Next we need these descriptions, So first of all, we need this what's in the box. We can say h1, paste it inside here, and give a class of fw boulder and display 4. Then we need these highlights. So copy the highlights and take h4, paste it inside here. I don't need to give any class. So next we need this list. So take a ul, inside ul I need li, and as you can see these are italic fonts. So I'm gonna take I tag so that this can be italic, this text can be italic, and at last we have this button. So I'm gonna copy the button from top. There is the button. Paste is just after ul. And start. Let's check the output now. As you can see, we have our section of details. Next we need to edit some margin from top and some padding inside. As you can see, here is some padding inside. So let's add the margin. First of all, I'm gonna add here some margin from top. I'm not here actually. I'm gonna go and add margin here. Margin style, margin top of 80 pixel maybe. Yep, it's looking much better now. Next we need some padding from our highlights. So here plus my3. Yeah, it's looking like now we need some padding all of our LIs. So now select all LI, give all some margin my3. Yeah. We can reduce it to 2. Yep, it's looking much better, as you can see. So now that we have finished creating our earphone details section, next we need these 3 images. To create these 3 images, I'm gonna go into my code and minimize the section, create another section of, give it ID. I'm gonna give it images. Next we need a row. We don't need container because this section not taking any spaces from the right and left. This is a full width section, so I'm not take any container. And inside here we're gonna take 2 columns. First column is called 6. Inside our first column I'm gonna take image, and source will be images slash maybe headphone1.png. Let's check the output. Yep, we have the headphone, and we're gonna give it some style of width 100% and a height of maybe 760. Check. Yep, now we have the image. Next we need these 2 images. I'm gonna go and actually copy this column and change the image. Let's check now. Yep, now we have the image, and let's change its height to 380 pixel. 380 pixel. Sorry. And copy paste this one time and change the image to headphone 3. Yeah. Now as you can see, we have a problem that we have this gap between our 2 columns. To remove this gap, I'm gonna go and into a row, just insert another class called g0, and it will remove the space for you. As you can see, we don't have this space anymore. Yep. Next we need this text spaces and these descriptions, not description, actually details. So I'm gonna go and create this and go, let's minimize this and create a section, get an ID of tech, and inside tech we have 3 columns. As you can see, 1 column for image, 1 column for our first specs informations, and other features for our another column. So first of all, we need a container. Inside container, we're gonna take a row. Inside row, I'm gonna take our first column called LG4 and the image inside it. I'm gonna give it images slash text.png and give the class of image fluid. And next, I'm gonna take my second column, and as you can see, this column and this section is almost similar, so I'm gonna copy this section actually. So here in the box, this is the section of column, and we don't need button, so let's don't take the button and paste it inside here. Let's check the output now. Yep, what's in the box, highlights, yep, we have everything. Next we're gonna copy this text specs and replace this here. Then we have this manufacturer functions. Take replace this here, and then we have this factory here. Now that we have replaced all the details, we're gonna take some margin from the top. So here in the column, I'm gonna take style, margin top, maybe 60 pixel. Yep, it's looking much better now. We have to fix a problem, that is, as you can see, there is a gap on the left side of our details, and here also, so we need to remove this gap. To remove the gap, I'm gonna go first of all here, and just in our UL, I'm gonna give style margin left -12 pixel. Let's check now. Yeah, now we have everything very accurate. As you can see, we also have to add the margin left here. So I'm gonna go and just in our UL, style margin left for 12 pixel. Yeah. Not 12 pixel actually, I'm gonna make it -12. Yeah. Now it's looking much better. Next we need these other features, exactly like that. From h4 to UL, I'm gonna copy this and create another column called LG4, paste it here. Let's check the output now. Yep, we now have this section. We also just need to add some margin from the top. Inspect this and call LG4 here, margin top of maybe 120 pixel. Oh, we have misspelled margin, so margin top and then 14 pixel, and is this, yep, so it's right. No, we'll not take it to 127 pixel. We'll start margin top, margin top 127 pixel. Yep, it's looking nice. Now that we also have finished our text section, we now just need the footer. So now go and create the footer. To create the footer, I'm gonna take another section and give it ID footer, and then we're gonna also give some background color. With background color of hashtag 333333. I'm gonna have extra 3 up, and we're also gonna give it a class py4 so that it can take padding from top and bottom. And we're gonna we have this text, so I'm gonna copy this tag, and inside pdf I'm gonna paste this, and also gonna give it some class of text center text light. Let's check our output now. Yep, now we have this beautiful footer. So now that we have finished creating this, designing this website, next we need to make it responsive. As you can see, we don't have this responsive. We have to make it responsive. So let's see how can we make it responsive. So to make this website responsive, first of all we need to do some adjustment to it. We're gonna give this section some padding bottom. As you can see, it sticks with another section. And we're gonna also add some padding here. So let's go, and this is our this section. This is the Apple section. I'm gonna just here add my5. Yep, now we have this margin from the bottom, and we're gonna add some padding here, more padding here. So I'll take I'll just change this mi2, all the mi2 to my3. Yep. As you can see, we are now have some more padding. We can also change the increase the margin padding here also, padding not margin here also. So in the box section here, we're gonna just change this margin by 2 to margin by 3. It's looking much better. So now to make responsive, we're gonna go one by one section. First of all, we're gonna make responsive this header section. In mobile device, we need to decrease the size of this text, also remove some margin from the top, and also decrease the width of this section. So to do this, first of all, we're gonna go into our header section. As you can see, this is our header section. We're gonna move all the styles into our style.css. So I'm gonna cut this whole style, and as you can see, we have id header. So I'm gonna in here, I'm gonna call id header and paste it all here. Yep. Yep. Now as you can see, we have our background image URL, but we have to change the path of it. In our index.html, we had the image path as images, then we have the image. But now we have in style.css, we have to go back one folder and then go into images, and we will get the image. So to go back, we're gonna just insert 2.slash. Now we have the image. Let's check the output now. Yes, as you can see, we have the background image. So in mobile device, we need this header to be more small font, and we also need to remove the width of it. So we're gonna go and type media only screen and max width. We're gonna get 600 pixel. And inside we're gonna call header, and in header we're gonna copy this all. No, you don't need to copy this all. We're gonna just copy height and width. Width will be okay, but we need to change the height to 600 pixel. Now we have the image a little bit less height, and to change the font, where we have the font, as you can see, we have the font. Remove the style. We have the font in our text div in this div, and this is the class of this div. Then we will call text there, then h1. So in here we're gonna call dot text h1 font size. I give font size of 60 pixel. Also we need to remove the class from style from here. Here is the style. I'm gonna cut the style, and in here type in dot text h1 and paste it here. Oops, I'm gonna copy this and cut this again and paste it here. Now we have the font size, width, and color. So let's check the output now. Yep, as you can see, we have our bit slow 3. This header is decreased size, and in a large device we have this big size. So now we need to also reduce the margin from the top. So where we have the margin from top, here as you can see, in our text class we have this margin from top. So I'm gonna remove this margin and width from here, cut this from here, and paste it here. We don't need this width, already have the width. Yep. Now in a small device we need this margin top to be reduced. So here actually we're gonna give it dot text margin top. Yep. And we also change here from margin top And here we're gonna add dot text and margin top to 60 pixel, and gonna reduce it in smaller devices, so let's give it 120 pixel. Let's check the output now. Yeah, as you can see, we have reduced the margin, and in large devices we have this margin from top and a beautiful header. We also need to add the width in our text. Let's first remove the width. As you can see, we have now have it perfectly in a large device and also in small devices. So our header image and header section is responsive. We also need the change of width. As you can see, these texts are going beyond our screen. So in our text, we're gonna add width and give it 400 pixels. Yep, now it's looking much better. As you can see, we have our text within our screen. So next we're gonna make responsive this product information section. First of all, we need to remove the margin from the top in smaller devices. So let's minimize this, and in product my5, as you can see, there is margin from top and bottom. I'm gonna here, as you can see, here we have this margin top 120 pixel. I'm gonna cut it, and let's give it a class information. Here we're gonna write in information and give it this margin top 120 pixel, and we're gonna reduce it in small devices. So copy this, paste it here, and margin top will be 60 pixel. Let's check the output now. Oh no, I'll reduce this more. Let's do 20 pixel. Yeah, now it's looking much better. Now we need to change the size of our image. Let's call the image. There we have the image. As you can see, margin top and height and width. So I'm gonna move all the style of it to our style.css. For that we need a class. So I'm gonna define a class headphone 2 actually, and remove all this style, cut all this style, and here call dot headphone 2, paste it here, and copy this all, and in mobile device we need to change it. So in mobile device width will be 400 pixel, height will be 400 pixel, and margin top will be 20 pixel. Let's check now. As you can see, we have our image settled in our small devices. Next we need this Apple section. We need to remove the margin from top. Let's minimize this product section, and we have this Apple section. In Apple section we have this margin top 80 pixel to our first div. I'm gonna cut it and remove the style and give a class called Apple title, and no, Apple details, and give it Apple details. I'm gonna give it a class Apple details, and here I'm gonna type in Apple details and paste the margin top here, and copy this and paste it here. We don't need this margin top in smaller devices. I'm gonna give it 10 pixel. Let's check the output now. Yeah, as you can see, we have this small margin from the top. I'm gonna make it back to 0. Yeah. Next we need to add some margin after our this image, top of this image. So let's give some margin. So here in this image we're gonna let's give it some margin. So I'm gonna cut it and give the class woman image. Here we're gonna define women image, and paste it here. Then we're gonna copy this, and here we have the height and the width, and we want to also add some margin from top. So let's add margin top 30 pixel. Let's check output now. Yeah, now as you can see, we have this margin from the top. Next we need this text to be light color in smaller devices so that it can be visible. So let's go and grab the text. We have this in music section. In music we have this text. So I'm gonna go, and here is our class. Then class, grab the class text2. In smaller devices we want this text2 color to be white. Yep, as you can see, we have this word details visible. Next we need to add some margin from the top of this image. So I'm gonna call the image. We have this image in images section. In here, what we can actually do is, here we can define a class called modify. Let's check now. Yep, as you can see, we have this margin from top and margin from bottom. Next we have this. We can also reduce margin here after manufacturer information. So as manufacturer information, we have this margin top. I'm gonna cut it and give it a class manufacturer, and just define it here, manufacturer. Margin top 127 pixel. I'm gonna copy this. We want this margin to be reduced in smaller devices, so let's give it 20 pixel. Let's see output now. Yep, as you can see, we have made our website fully responsive. We don't have anything left. Yep. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you guys can get notification when I upload a new video. And please like the video if you really love the video, and leave some comment on the comment section, and that I will be glad if you do that.